The fire truck screeched to a halt at the gate of Cedar Hollow, its red lights cutting through the dusk sirens blaring as smoke curled heavenward like a distress signal. But in place of racing to rescue lives, the firefighters were confronted with a human barrier. Janet Larson, the president of the HOA, wearing a teal tracksuit, arms folded across her chest, her glare hotter than the flames. She shouted her demand: no entry without HOA permission. As fire engulfed houses mere yards away, Janet stood her ground, growling, "Your sirens are a nuisance and you're not on the guest list." Unbeknownst to her, the blaze wasn't coming from a neighbor's property. It was bursting from her own basement. I was already on scene in my paramedic rig, vetting oxygen tanks and thermal scanners when the 911 call crackled over heavy smoke, possible electrical fire in Cedar Hollow. The cookie-cutter houses and maze-like streets of the neighborhood made pinpointing the source a nightmare. Living just outside the HOA's grip, I handled their emergencies, frequently aware of their trivial bureaucracy. Janet, the fines queen of unauthorized mailbox hues or errant garden hoses, was a pearl-wearing tyrant. She'd previously cited a child for painting a hopscotch grid, asserting it conflicted with the muted pavement palette. Her ego was powered by her authority like gasoline. As the fire engine came, smoke billowed above a roof. Janet had gotten there before them. Her white SUV sat on the access road, blocking like a steel wall. Waving her clipboard, she approached Captain Daniels, her voice echoing, "This is private property. We have procedures." Daniels, a grizzled fireman, flashed his badge, but Janet stood firm. "I don't care if you're the governor. No permission. No entry." I stepped out of my rig, catching the alarm in rookie firefighter Alex's eyes. He was poised to bull through her, but I figured the fire was blocks away. The smoke drifting north, Daniels took the shortcut to a service road, costing us 3 valuable minutes. 3 minutes that would turn a house to ash. Then the second shock, Janet came speeding along, parking her SUV over the one hydrant. Her reason: "I don't believe outsiders are using our water without authorization." Alex, hose in hand, agog with dismay and fury. Daniels yelled, "Jump it!" Alex leaped over the hood, knocking over a plastic pelican lawn ornament, and sprinted to hook the line. Janet screamed, "That pelican's an heirloom." I cued my body cam, reading legal consequences. She flashed me, finger jabbing, "You're spreading anarchy. This block's getting noticed." I remained calm. Janet's smoke's pouring from a roof. Anarchy's already here. I deployed my drone, a side pastime turned fire spotting tool, to find the fire. It hummed over rooftops, disclosing a shocking fact. Smoke poured out of Janet's vents, her back window orange with heat. Her chimney puffed like a steam engine. I called in Daniels. The basement fires of Janet's silence, followed by a shocked copy. Daniels told Janet the news, who appeared puzzled, then outraged. Impossible. My immaculate home. It merely redid the powder room. It was as if informing her of a tornado being her fault. She blocked her porch railing indignantly about illegal entry and lawsuits. Her voice trembled, betraying fear behind her anger. Daniels, Alex, and I forced past the heat, slamming like a furnace, when we opened her door. Ceramic swans and glass owls disordered her shelves, a shrine to tacky dominion. Janet followed, screeching concerning carpet stains. Smoke filled the laundry room. The basement door creaked open to flames at the stairs base. Alex ran down as Daniel swept the edge. Janet took hold of my arm. "It's just my wellness pod. I acquired a therapeutic heater from a Texas gyrotop tier." I gazed. "You wired a spa with an online bargain." She fell quiet, then fled to prevent Alex from tripping on a ceramic fox rug and falling down. Alex called. The blaze was electrical, caused by a mess of batteries and wires. I recognized the hazard. 2 lithium batteries connected to a rusted inverter next to firebomb shreds awaiting ignition. I took pictures, realizing this was careless endangerment and not accidental. As foam extinguished the flame, Janet was on her phone, probably calling her attorney, Ash, spreading her tracksuit. Her spotless lawn was a disaster. Hoses lay across her. Her pelican crashed foam collecting on her peaceful refuge mat. She stood in silence, nostrils flaring, observing the crew stow away. It wasn't defeat, it was a storm in the making. Inside, Daniels and I examined the destruction. The heater, a farm unit illegally altered, was fueled by car batteries and wrapped with environmental burlap. Inspector Ryan, arriving too late, referred to it as a YouTube electrician's fever dream. Janet overheard snapping. That was a custom. Unit from Serenity Systems. It sold out twice on Etsy. I asked her for the name of the company. She stumbled over it. Serenity Solutions, perhaps I paid with PayPal tax-free. Daniels hid a smirk. Ryan looked shocked. Outside neighbors had gathered, attracted by the drama. Cedar Hollow saw little drama beyond yard sales, but Janet's near explosion was a blockbuster. A live stream began. Someone had placed a folding chair. Janet, noticing the crowd, attempted damage control, stepping onto her porch. Ash stained to announce, "I commend our firefighters in spite of their reckless tactics." A neighbor shouted, "You created the mayhem." Laughter spread through. The inspection revealed additional, rerouted HVAC ducts. Taped shut with duct tape resulted in a concealed panel in the laundry room. Behind it, wires, batteries, and an extension cord wound into the wall. Janet referred to it, her green dehumidifier backup. Ryan cited it as a code violation. In her utility closet, we discovered burnt outlets, melted fuses, and unlabeled plastic containers. Ryan whispered, "This might be illegal." Janet palled, "My contractor did that, Vance, or possibly Vinny, very professional, wore a fedora." Her alibis fell apart when Daniels took out his camera. Janet lunged, knocking his phone to the tile, cracking it. We froze. Alex from the garage burst in. It was instinct. My rug got wet. Daniels, I see, instructed Ryan to lock down the basement on body cam. "She's obstructing an investigation." Janet's composure was shattered. "I'll find you all for trespassing. This is oppression." I tried to lead her away, but she pulled free, bolted upstairs, and blocked the basement door with a bookcase. Trapped in a smoky basement with 2 firefighters, lithium batteries, and a crazed HOA president, I hammered the door locked tight. Ryan called for assistance. Alex circled through the garage, releasing us after 510 minutes. Janet's voice boomed from above. "I'm calling the mayor. I have allies," I yelled. "Bring a fire hose. Your wiring's going to spark." The sheriff came, not for the fire, but for Janet's obstruction. She came, hands raised, smiling like charm could wipe felonies. "Let's talk this out. I have chamomile tea." Daniels wasn't impressed. "You trapped us in a burning basement. Tea isn't going to fix that." Evelyn, a veteran board member, took me aside. "This isn't Janet's first stunt. 2 years ago, Janet wired the community pool with surplus poultry heaters blowing the kitchen, throwing a ceramic teapot out the window in a failed escape. Alex caught her in the rose bushes folder, clutched barefoot, ranting about resident rights. The sheriff cuffed her for obstruction, property destruction, and tampering, her wails of "I am the HOA" echoing as she was led away. The office files revealed more phony citations, photos of houses at odd times, and a leverage folder with gossip and threats. Check signed to J. Lars, Janet L., and JL Solutions screamed fraud. Emails revealed her bullying neighbors over lawn aesthetics or denying accessibility upgrades. The group gathered in front, applauded slow, deliberate vindication. A prankster had placed a "for sale" sign in Janet's yard. Daniel smiled. "That's one way to rewire a community. We've got candidates ready," she said, smirking. By night, news crew descended. Alex, foam-stained, went viral, grasping Janet's pelican, uttering, "She blocked us, but her basement was the fire." Memes of Janet's tracksuit filled the internet, dubbed Empress of Embers. Fire Marshal Carter knew her from a previous HOA in Brookside, where she impeded EMTs and deflected complaints by moving. Her name, Tweaks Larson to Larson, kept her in the shadows. Cedar Hollow was her new territory until her own flame burned her out. The emergency HOA meeting was standing room, a stark contrast to the typical empty chairs. Neighbors had stories of Janet's rain fines for 2 colorful flowers, threats over wind chimes. Evelyn, interim president, vowed no more bogus fines and refunded previous citations, earning cheers. A background check on Janet's advisor uncovered a shell account belonging to her siphoning HOA wellness money. Her house, a blackened trophy of hubris, required repair bills insurance could refuse. The HOA was plotting a civil action. At an impromptu block party, grills were lit, kids played openly, and music blurred. No tickets, dreaded Evelyn debuted a new gate sign. Welcome to Cedar Hollow, home of firefighters, freedom, and pelicans. Alex planted the burnt pelican next to it, a sign of defiance. Janet's husband, a tired man, arrived, sighing. I had warned her about those batteries. He disappeared inside, unperturbed by the commotion. By morning, headlines blared, HOA president, arrested for holding back fire crew from her burning residence. Janet trended everywhere, her fall a spectacle. The HOA barred her out. Passwords were updated. Budget access, restricted. Evelyn's Mandatino, increased tyranny. Ignited new committees for transparency, safety, and welcomes. Janet came back at noon, wearing a gray suit, clipboard bare to stand up for her stern decisions. A resident played the viral clip of her gate blockade, silencing her. She ran wordless as repair crews worked on her home. The neighbors laughed, unafraid. Cedar Hollow wasn't hers. Anna Maria was theirs, reborn from her ashes.